Get that picture.
Boy, give me some points in that kind of place.
Call this meeting to order now.
Commissioner Taylor. Commissioner Geller.
Here.
Commissioner Buckley.
Here.
Mr. President.
Okay, we're all here, so let's stand for the pledge
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, please be with us today as we go through this meeting and try to do what's best for the county. Lead us all as we go out of this meeting and keep us all safe. Be with the families that need you and help those that even don't need you. So I ask this in your Son Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Thank you.
We all need.
We all need.
A lot of
Right.
them just don't think they need.
Right. The consent agenda is as published. It's minutes for last week. Monthly report, public administrator. I'm having trouble with the word mouses. I understand that was checked before we did the agenda, but I had to put in the possibility that that's not the correct thing. Mouses. And then items to be destroyed with the escrow records of the collector. Appointment order, area declue of juvenile detention, and then award 2 more jobs for the road and bridge. So, motion?
I'll make that motion, we accept the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. No table agenda item. We're kind of short on agenda today, very few items. Now, Carrie is going to talk about the Lawson estate petition. You thought I was going to do that. I thought you were going to do that. I've assigned it to you.
Okay. Did you have that? You have it with you?
Well,
What it was,
Go ahead.
it was, Rick Harris was representing the Lawsons in our first meeting we had at the first quarter. And after the 90 days, everything was signed, they posted it, and the county was gonna release the property over to the estate. What it was a road, and it was on the map, but it never did really, they never made a road out of it, and we were just county was gonna release it back over to the estate, the Lawson estate. And it's just basically, there was a road, and it's just half of the easement onto the property of the Lawsons, and that would have been over in Frank Clay. And we were just gonna release the property back over to the Lawsons.
So do we have to have a motion to do that?
We should have it. Yeah, we need to act on this, yes.
And I would like to add that all of the adjacent land to this road is owned by the Lawson estate.
Right, they actually border on both sides.
Correct.
And actually the road, the easement, their property is split in the center. So there's actually another half on the other side, but we were just.
They have both sides.
Yeah, they were actually gonna connect where it connected to all their property. It'd be one piece.
It was planted but never developed in any.
Back in the old St. Joe days.
And it's so simple, really benign, that we forgot to act on not the first term. So, it needs to be done, and so I think I have a motion.
So you want to do that in form of?
Yeah, I have a motion that we release the property to the
Okay.
Lawson estate.
Second?
I'll second.
Have a motion second. Anybody want to ask about it, or any question, comment?
We received no input from
Right.
it was posted,
Yeah.
the notice was posted, we
Yeah.
received no input.
No
It
petition.
really doesn't affect anybody but the Lawson people.
Correct.
Right. Okay, any other questions, comments? Okay, I have motion second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you, now that's acted upon. And, I think, Jamie stepped out. Dan, do you wanna handle the, healthcare contract?
I'll do it.
Okay. I had you down, but I saw Jamie was here, I didn't know.
Well, I didn't know if I was gonna make it.
Okay. And this subject is healthcare of detainees. I'm getting better at using that word. Detainees.
Well, I can't make it, we call that.
Okay. But you don't call it that? Okay.
Thank you.
we have a proposal from Advanced Correctional Health Care, handles our inmate health care over the county jail. They have proposed a new contract that would actually take over our nursing program. Right now, we hire our own nurse. We have in the budget our secondary nurse to cover 7 day a week coverage. We haven't been able to find the second nurse. HR's been working with us, and we just don't pay enough to get an RN, and that's what we have to have. If
Are
you
those
look-
full-time jobs? Are those full-time jobs?
One is a full-time, one's a part-time.
Okay.
If you look right at the bottom page, you can see where I've penciled in, the budget that we had for this year for the nurse, $85,922. The difference from what, Advanced is proposing, is, $73,051.34. So they're about $7,000 cheaper if they do it. That's not the main reason we're going after it. They will also accept all medical liability at the county jail once they take over this program. They will also provide nursing 7 days a week instead of 5 days a week, and have a nurse on call like they do now. And besides that, they will also hire our nurse, so she's not being put out of a job and at a higher rate of pay than what she's making now. She's not aware of this yet, but we want to get to the county commission. I've talked to the auditor's office, talked to HR, and we just wanted to move ahead with this contract.
Okay.
It will also probably be for just a half a year. It'll start this, if we do it in June through December, and then we'll have a new contract for next year.
Okay. With your current setup, who is the supervisor for your nurse? Jamie?
There he is,
Okay.
he'll come back, yes.
With the new situation, who is the supervisor for the nurse?
They will supervise. the
They will
nurse
take care of that.
All of it, yes.
Any issues, anything, they take care of it.
Yes,
And if there's sickness, they'll put somebody in to make sure it's covered.
yes.
Okay, all right.
There's some burden off of you.
Is our head jailer okay with that?
Yeah, everybody's fine with it.
Except for maybe the old nurse, we haven't talked to her about it yet, because we didn't want to.
Okay, but you said her pay will be bumped up.
They said that they actually, they didn't tell us how much, but they said, we pay
Okay.
better than you do.
But your pay, this is your budget, not your actual pay, this is the budget.
Yes.
Okay.
The big thing I see about this is they will accept all of the medical liability for the county jail from this point forward. I don't know if we have a, malpractice or liability insurance on our nurse. Do you know, Mr.
It's
Andrews?
covered in our overall policy
So
on it.
it could go down possibly if we,
It's possible.
because they have their own liability insurance. They have their own team of attorneys in case of a lawsuit or anything like that.
Okay, the nurse you have now,
Yes,
should we approve this? Or, I think it's a sheet.
yes.
Her options will be to either accept the new employment or leave us.
Or leave us, yes.
Okay.
We don't have a place for her,
Yeah,
for her to go.
Okay. Any idea of what, is she a full-time employee of the county?
She is right now, yes.
Okay, so looking at benefits and seniority and all that, that will be changed too.
It
On her.
will, she hasn't been there long enough to, get a payoff for her sick time and things like that. She has a little bit of time built up in comp time, which she accrues every week because she's on call 24/7. So,
Okay.
we will also save that money.
Commissioner, we might point out that the current employee, we paid out thousands of dollars already this year in her comp time. One of the situations is, as I understand it, is she is working tremendous hours and is not being relieved from that position because she's on 24/7.
Without help.
This might be a relief to her as well.
And she's the only one we have, and like I say, we haven't been able to hire a second nurse like we budgeted for, so, I've talked to, HR to Corey, and she she has not had one person step forward and say they were interested in doing this. A lot of time it's because it's dealing with inmates and people don't want to, or their husband or wife said, no, you're not going to work over there. We have the same problem with our cooks. They don't want them around detainees, as Harold said.
She also, they've also agreed, though, you've already told them to take her on, correct? So she's not losing her
No, they
job.
said
So
that they
would do it.
would take her
I just wanna
on
make sure everybody knows that we've talked about it.
if we done this.
Yes.
Years ago, I was with my personal medical doctor, and he said, this is your last visit, I'm quitting my practice and going to work for the state of the prisons. I said, boy, it's gonna be quite a change in your clientele, and he said, yeah, but in your case, it'll be an improvement.
Yeah, you say that when the doctor tells you it's your last visit. Kind of like Jamie one time, 8 years ago, and I'll tell a little story, he worked for me, and chief deputy came up and said, well, he's not gonna be driving that car much longer. I thought he was getting a new car. He's gone.
Okay,
Any questions?
yeah, first of all, let me see if we get a motion. Do I have a motion on this?
I'll make a motion that we go, with Advanced, Correctional Healthcare Incorporated.
I'll second that.
Now, do I have any questions?
I would make that you're accepting the amended contract,
Oh, shoot, yes, I'm sorry about, thank you.
because we already have a contract.
You already have a contract. I accept the amended contract through the Advanced Correctional Healthcare.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Okay, now I have a motion and a second, and an amended motion and an amended second. I'm confused. Now, any other questions? Okay, all in favor of the amended motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you,
Thank
Dan.
you.
Thank you.
Title change, it looked like I got my middle thing a little bit higher on the screen. We are going to change, if these guys will approve of it, 2 of our people from basically janitors to building technicians. You all know Jason and Gabe, you know what they do. You've seen their work. You know how valuable they are to us. So we're changing their title to building technician, if these guys approve. There's some of the list of things they do, and I mean, it's amazing how well they do it. If you walk down that second floor and realize that we added a room down there and you don't even know where it went, what the changes were. That's how good they are. And so just, basically that's the list. I also added that, the elections, they haul stuff around all the polling places and keep them supplied all day long. We want to call them building technicians now. I mean, they'll still be doing some janitor work. You'll see them come around and empty these trash cans, but that's when they're doing all the other work too. We'll increase their pay by $1.25 per hour per person and effective immediately. Motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the change, go from,
I don't even know, maintenance department.
yeah, maintenance to building technician for both of them, right?
I think it's 1 and 2.
One is
Yeah, Jason is making another about a quarter more than Gabe, I think, and that will continue.
I'll second that.
Okay, now, questions?
What's their last name?
What's her last name? Jason Vaughn, Vaughn, and Gabe Mosier, yeah,
M-O-S-E-R.
half brother over here.
M-O-S-E-R?
I-E-R?
E-R.
E-R, okay. Okay,
Okay.
Dan, you have a question?
I just want to make a comment that they also come over and help us out tremendously at the jail.
Yeah.
We have a maintenance man over there, but they have come over with some expertise in helping us out, and we appreciate it.
Juvenile detention, Weber Road. I don't think they bother you guys very often, but yeah, they're everywhere. Okay.
Commissioner, is that a budget item?
It's, yes, I believe it is. Because, Cory can't be here today, she got a sick child. So I had her look at the budget too before she made the recommendation of $1 for it. So, yes. And we'll make it budget if it's not, they're worth it, so. Okay. I have any other questions? I have a motion, second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. I think I just ran out of agenda. Next regular meeting, next week, right here. Other business, correspondence? Public comments? Departmental reports? You guys got anything?
Well, sort of. We have a couple of our roads that are currently closed due to getting, one is a bridge that's out, and another one's we're doing some preparation work in, preparation for an overlay. And we've been receiving some negative input from the public about these road closures, and people just need to be patient.
They're temporary road closures.
Temporary.
Throughout the day.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
But just put it out there that things will be better once spring gets worse.
You get a new bridge and things.
New bridge, a new paved road, it's just
Yeah.
delays they have to endure.
In the process, okay.
Yes.
Any other,
I've had several calls, there's a lot of people, if they don't want theirs fixed, that they would like theirs fixed. So, and I think they'd be okay with that.
Well-
Temporarily closed, but, you know, so if they didn't.
If no one-
In years
Go somewhere
past,
else.
we have went other directions where people appreciate what we do.
yeah,
What's the other road that's?
Hillsborough. is-
North Hillsborough.
North Hillsborough has daily closures while we're doing the preparation for the paving work and excavation. We received a lot of negative comments from the last.
Well, I just
couple
want you to
weeks.
know I've received at least 3 good comments. A lady told me how much it was a pleasure to go to her mom's house and go that way and see the work that we're doing. Because, you know, some see it and some know you know, what they're gonna benefit from it going in. So don't think they're all negative. I'm getting some good comments also.
Small inconveniences for a better turnout.
Yeah, they understand that. It's just, you'll hear from the negative more than you will the.
Right, but, it will be better.
Yep.
What's that phone number if they wanna complain? 454-2441.
Yeah. They call the shop.
Wait.
Call Road and
Is
Bridge
it on
office.
there? No. I'll get a sign for them that has a number on there they can call.
Yeah.
It's an extra sign for them.
any other comments or questions or departmental reports? Okay,
Would be about 20 miles.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.